There's a reason why Doechii's trending #1 right now. Look, I know I'm a little bit late. I was away shooting a music video. I got back and I didn't want another day to go past. Some other stuff has dropped I want to react to, but it doesn't feel right if we don't put the spotlight, if we don't put the shine on the Doechii, who has just been on a marketing and promo grind. It's been genius. All the different cuts, the Spanish telenovelas, the Family Matters callbacks, Earl Sweatshirt cameos, Schoolboy Q cameos. It's been insane. So I want to give this the right breakdown and the right attention. So right here, right now, it's none other than Denial is a River. But before going further, listen, if you like the hat that I'm wearing, knoxhilldmv.com. Go get your black chaos hat with the KH on the side. Last time we had these, we sold out of them like they were candy. This is the last time I'm going to run these. So if you want to cop yours, if you want to get it while supplies last, I'll put all links down there. But anyways, know what we're here for. Doechii, step to the plate. Let's see what you got.
Hey,
Let's
I
go.
thought it was all over.
What's up, Doechii?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
You know, it's been a little minute since you and I have had a chat.
Has it really?
Probably since, like, your last EP, All the Places You'll Go.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute. Yeah.
I've been getting some calls. People are a little bit worried about you.
Not worried.
And I know that I was kind of that outlet for you, so
You were.
why don't you just tell me what's been going on?
Okay. Remember old dude from 2019? Nice, clean nigga, did me dirtier than laundry. Took
What
a
up,
scroll
Zach?
through his IG just to get a DM from his wife. I was so confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the Zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude.
Ricky.
I think he slipped back till I slipped back. Got my
Come
lick
on.
back, turned a nigga to a
No.
knick-knack. I moved on, dropped a couple of songs, and then I went and got signed.
Hey.
Now it's 2021.
Okay, I just feel like
I'll tell you what. I love how this continues the theme of all the marketing promo that she's been doing because it's been giving off very nostalgic vibes. She did the telenovela. She did the Family Matters callback. And this opens up like a 90s sitcom, right? Like you have the opening credits of the opening character walking through the door like many of the intros were to Family Matters, right? And then obviously when a new character is revealed, like Zach comes down the stairs, you reveal him in the title credits. And it's really interesting hearing this song because obviously I heard it on Tiny Desk and I heard that interpretation of it. So now I'm hearing kind of like the original version and cut of this, right? As we go back and forth. One other thing I want to comment on, which is pretty dope, is in a music video, right? A lot of artists will choose to take the music track. And even if we're storytelling, we don't want to interrupt the soundscape of that track. Doechii has no problem interrupting the soundscape with different sort of callbacks, again, to classic 90s sitcoms, like the classic laugh tracks, right? All the different sound effects, but it's adding some sound humor, but also to accompany the visual humor. So it's almost like you have sort of these parallel verses running side by side with each other, these sort of parallel worlds in terms of her Denial is a River verse and what she's given you versus like just the script and what's happening within the visuals. And both of those sounds are just existing together on one track and one experience for the listener. An interesting style choice and creative choice, but I rock with it.
I thought it was all over.
what's up, Doechii?
Hey, girl.
You know, it's been a little minute since you and I have had a chat.
Has it really?
Probably since, like, your last EP,
I like that. Paper, not plastic, all right? Help the environment.
All the Places You'll Go.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute. Yeah.
I've been getting some calls. People are a little bit worried about you.
Not worried.
And I know that I was kind of that outlet for you, so
You were.
why don't you just
Just that little, you were. I got that passive aggressive energy. Like, yeah, you abandoned me. Inner voice, inner therapist. Come on.
worried about you?
Not worried.
And I know that I was kind of that outlet for you, so
You were.
why don't you just
Here she opened the door. You hear the door sound effect. So again, like just the sound folio from shooting this TV sitcom existing now within the music track itself.
a little bit worried about you?
Not worried.
And I know that I was kind of that outlet for you, so
You were.
why don't you just tell me what's been going on?
Okay. Remember old dude from 2019? Nice, clean nigga, did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wife. I was so confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about
I'm a little afraid of her with the knife in her hands.
Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the Zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. I think he slipped back till I slipped back. Got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack.
And again, just more classic sitcom references, right? When she panics, then you see like the body, which is obviously a fake body, flying out of the window like a dummy flying through. But it just adds more to that visual humor. And I talked about this when I did the breakdown of the Tiny Desk concert and sort of that flip. And you think about the song, Denial is a River. Well, her man is in denial because obviously He's not leaning on Doechii, and Doechii thinks that he's creeping, that he's cheating on her, but really, no, he's oriented completely different sexually. So he's in denial about his own preferences, and he's trying to cover things up, and then she discovers it, right? So there's that ejection, and there's that theme, and sort of that storytelling element, right? We have the beginning, we have the plot build, and then you have the conclusion of that, and then we progress with the song further, more into her own denial and what she goes through.
Back till I slip back, got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack. I moved on, dropped
to a knick-knack, right? Knick-knack. A few minutes for knickknacks, like a cheap, sort of just easily made thing, like a little knickknack, versus like finger food that's like easy to make, like eat them up like a knickknack. That's the slang for it too.
hit the zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. Nigga think he slick back till I slip back, got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack.
Got my lick back. I turned him into nothing. And right here, this is a dope little shout out to TDE.
I moved on, dropped a couple of songs, and then
I moved on. I moved on. She's getting signed. There's top right there, TDE top in the image on the left. You see the TDE hat. You see her outfits change now. I love this sort of progression, like a little bit. I wonder if more changed to the furniture. Let's see.
I went and lick back.
That green is different. That's like classic green, so we're going back in time. And then this green feels fresher, right? It feels like a little bit more current, just representing a different shift. Notice how the colors in the background also references a shift in terms of timeline and what's happening as she's taking us back in time and progressing through the timeline to her being signed now with TDE.
Signed now it's 2021.
Okay, I just feel like this is
Teaser.
the perfect opportunity for us to just take a second and kind of unpack what's happened to you. You know, this guy cheated on you and...
Fuck it. Platinum record this, Bible record that. I'm making so much money, I'm all over the net. I'm moving so fast, no time to process. And no, I'm not in the gang, but I'm always on set. Wristwatch, drip drop, label with the TikToks. Now I'm making TikTok music, what the fuck? I need a cleanse, need a detox, but we ain't got time to stop. The charts need us. Fast forward me, 2023. I'm stacked.
Again, another period. Back then, she's making TikTok. She's going viral. And I just love like the little dance that H Wood did, which was in one of the teasers as well. He's doing like a little TikTok moment, and that's getting captured on camera, right? And then you have just Tizo touchdown. It just feels like little sort of viral moments, like little moments of humor, but also like little moments that you would catch that could go viral on social media.
I'm all over the net.
And I take it as the doors of that's symbolic to me. You know, when the doors open up, right? Like you keep things to yourself, and then the doors open up, and then everybody wants to kind of invade her personal space, right? They want to invade her life because this is what fame brings. Everyone's interested. You have what represents to me is different like label execs coming through the door, the industry, people coming in, like maybe it's even fans, it's media, it's paparazzi. Everybody wants a piece of her. Everybody wants to invade her private space now.
Bible record that. I'm making so much money.
She's like, no, white dude. Okay, let's keep our distance. 40 acres and a mule. Get that to me first.
All over the net. I'm moving so fast, no time to process. And no, I'm not in the gang, but I'm always on set.
DJ Miss Milan with a cameo too. So many cameos.
Watch drip drop, label with the TikToks. Now I'm making
Sir just casually chucking people out the window, but I love that. So for her, like obviously, like it's kind of a rush. You get signed, then you start to have a buzz, you start to build, and you could feel overwhelmed. And what does she do? How does she react to it? I got to kick all this out. I got to separate myself from this life, which ties in a little bit with her lyricism. I love how, like, again, this seems like a sitcom. It has that vibe, but still, there's just natural elements that are tying in with the theme of her song and with the lyricism that she's giving us throughout the storytelling.
Talk music, what the fuck? I need a cleanse, need a detox, but we ain't got time to stop. The charts need us.
We ain't got time to stop. I just love the delivery of that. The acting of that's dope too.
Fast forward me, 2023.
Hey.
I'm stacking lots of cheese and making money. My grass is really green and honestly, I can't even fucking cap no more. This is a really dark time for me.
Yo, look at the, hang on. Whoa. Did I pause too soon? That's a total camera change, but look at the plaques. Look at the plaques, right? Notice how everything's built up. It's getting nicer in there, right? Nicer furniture. We got the red and all that reflecting the success that she's had, right? It's more luxurious. She can afford all this furniture now. She can afford all these fittings. Like you just see the level of success as she continues to level up the changes to her backgrounds and to her settings.
Boy, this is a really dark time for me. I'm going through a lot.
By a lot, you mean drugs?
I wouldn't.
Drugs?
No.
Wow.
No?
It's a natural plan.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm not an addict.
I'm just saying.
I don't think...
You want to talk about it?
I love that. Denial is a river. I'm not an addict. No, it's just a plant. It's not those types of drugs. And I love, again, that inner voice, that inner therapist going, hang on, there's more here. Listen, and the camera change and the tonal shift. Let's see where we go with this.
Drugs.
I wouldn't.
Drugs.
No, it's
No?
a natural plant.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm not an addict.
I'm just saying.
I don't
You
think.
want to talk about it?
I mean, fuck. I like pills. I like
Nosebleed.
drugs. I like getting money. I like strippers. I like to fuck. I like day drinking and day parties in Hollywood. I like doing Hollywood shit. Snorted Bollywood. What can I say? The shit works. It feels good. And my self-worth's at an all-time low. And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all I owned. Oopsie,
Hey.
made a oopsie. $100,000 oops
Wow.
made me loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Don't wanna have to turn a nigga guts into soup beans.
Whoa. Okay, Doechii. We don't want to revert back into our old ways. So we're going to try a breathing exercise, okay?
All right,
when I breathe,
Okay.
you breathe. All right? Let's go.
Hey, wow. What a video. What a concept. What a marketing campaign, period, to build buzz for this and really deliver at the end. You know what I love is as like the cameras pan it back. Look at the applause come on. Like almost like the crowd still needs to applaud even as she stands in the middle of the wreck because we all love tragedy. We all love drama. We all love things blowing up, don't we? But let's talk about the significance of this. I love this, right?
For me, 2020.
Obviously, look at the dimensions, right? When I talk about the square dimensions, that's sort of like the classic TV dimensions, right? That you get from sitcoms, that you get from shows back in the day because videos were formatted to fit your TVs. Now, obviously, the dimensions have changed into a more viral phone consumption world, the YouTube world, the new wider dimensions, right? 1920 by 1280.
I'm stacking lots of cheese and making money. My grass is really green and honestly, I can't even fucking count
So notice how the dimensions, you see the black on the sides?
more. This is a really dark time.
And then even notice how the dimensions shift to fill out the full video now. Again, reflecting a change in time. But for me, what's really interesting is that we're breaking the fourth wall directly now visually. It gets more cinematic. It gets more real because you see the audience. And this is like, there's no privacy, is there? We're in her house. We're in sort of her headspace. And that's kind of a reflection of this track. Like she's just breaking down these walls to reveal her inner thoughts, to reveal her emotions, and to take us on this personal journey, right? As the audience, like the listeners, like we're kind of that audience right there, sitting, watching, sitting, listening as we consume, as she tells us about, you know, what she's gone through, some of the pitfalls that she's found with fame, the drug addiction, dealing with all that, getting cheated on, all these different things, finding fame, how she coped with that.
It's a natural.
It's just a full break of the fourth wall here, and I love how we just use, again, the color grade has changed, the dimensions have changed, the use of cameras have changed as well.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm not an addict.
I love how that shows all the audience.
I don't
You
think.
want to talk about it?
And we're still laughing. We're still laughing. Even though, like, if you think about it, there's humor to this, but the subject matter is very serious. Because she's getting pushed by her therapist or herself to open up about her addictions, about her struggles. Which is very serious. It's almost like we're making light of the situation.
Fuck.
And then I love this switch to the dolly as we, like, just sit here and track it all the way, just, like, peeling back with her.
Like pills.
The movement of this. But for me, what's cool is that when she really starts to have sort of this couch therapy session, when she starts to just, you know, completely remove the filters, that camera gets right there, gets right up and close instead of having more like the sitcom angle with the camera back. And it's like, even though that tragedy happened in the sitcom world, it was still kind of funny, right? We still laughed at it. We were entertained because that's the nature of a sitcom. You never take it like too seriously. Whereas now, the total camera change, the tonal shift, the editing shift, the color grading shift, now there's a lot more seriousness going into this situation. So it's almost like we kind of have to change as the audience how we digest it, how we view this, how we listen to this. Everything is very well put together. I really like the thought process behind all the different ways this has been filmed and just the way that this has been set up to match the lyricism and what's going on with the song itself.
I like drugs. I like.
You see the nosebleed as well. Nosebleed too much doing cocaine. You see the money raining down.
And money, I like strippers, I like to fuck, I like day drinking and day parties in Hollywood. I like
taking a shot with the day drinking.
Doing Hollywood shit, snorted Bollywood. What can I say? The shit works, it feels good, and my self-worth set and all.
I like it. I like these things. But what's the title of the song? Denial is a river. She is in denial right now.
I'm low. And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all I own. Whoopsie.
And even the sitcoms and some of the trailers and tying back with Wendy Williams and the famous phrase, and Wendy's used it before as well, denial is in a river in Egypt. So she's flipping all of that. There's so much thoughts that I love when the devil is in the details, and there really has been a lot of thought put into this.
My ex crashed my place and destroyed all I own. Whoopsie, made a oopsie. $100,000 oops made me loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Tupac shout out right there. Hail Mary, I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Wanna have to turn a nigga guts into soup beans.
Whoa. Okay, Doechii. We don't want to revert back into our old ways. So we're going to try a breathing exercise, okay?
All right,
when I breathe, you breathe. All right? Let's go.
It's almost like the breathing is like a record scratch on the mix. And even there, like Marcus and Bad Boys doing the woosah just to try to calm down and do the breathing exercises. I love how that final percussive hit coincides with that. And then that last drum, it just sits and it kind of reverberates and echoes out into the mix. That's how you do it, man. I love the creativity of that rollout. I love how that has been delivered. There's been a lot of questioning, is this going to be like a TV series? What is this going to be? Because she never said specifically it was going to be a music video. But I love how this is culminated in this music video. And they've used different moments of the clips throughout to incorporate it back into the video. But like I said, the biggest win for me is that breaking of the fourth wall, that changing of perspective, and just the greater statements that makes thematically with the song itself and tying in with the lyricism, but also kind of just with her life and with breaking the fourth wall through her music for all of us to digest and all the changes that she's gone through. I feel like this has been a really dope reflection of her artistry and for us to really appreciate the artist and the MC that is Doechii. You were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if for some reason you're here at the end, obviously enjoying the content, do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on, really does go a long way. Also, don't forget to copy your hats, copy your hoodies, knoxhillmusic.com. Get yours before these go. I'll put all links down there. All right, guys, stay safe, stay positive. This is one and only Knox Hill. You know, I'll catch you again.